Podcast. There you are. I can see you. And so can the world in your state. Let's say.
My position.
Yeah, your position. Your situation.
Yeah.
And you know all about the situation.
You're going to fall off, aren't you? No. Yes. No.
It's not annoying and loud at all. It's fine.
You're welcome, everyone. All right. Cool, I'm good.
Yeah, me too. Let's do a podcast about video games.
I mean,
Well, no, you're not, but hey.
Here we go. Hello and welcome to the JfG Podcast. This is episode 256. My name's Alex. I'm joined by my good friend Ash, as is ever was. How's it going, buddy? You all right?
Yeah, I'm all right, buddy. Feeling good on Wednesday. Yeah. Sparkling thoughts. Give me the hope to go on. I've had a sty in my left eye for about 2 weeks, and for some reason, the past 3 days, it's decided to get even bigger, and it really hurts. Because you're not in any sort of pain right now, so I might as well complain about mine.
I'm adopting this, like lying on my side on a sofa position, just for shits and giggles.
You need someone feeding you grapes and fanning you now.
Absolutely, maybe painting my breasts. They're magnificent. Yeah, no, I've had to. I woke up like last Monday with some sort of back problem, which basically is a trapped nerve and has been very slowly repairing itself over the last, 10 days or so. It's why we didn't do a pod last week, so sorry about that, everyone.
Yeah.
And, it might have something to do with 15 weeks of working from my bedroom on a dining room chair. I don't know.
Probably
it's hard
not
to
the
say.
But
yeah, anyway. The world's shit. There's no reason to go outside anyway, so that's fine. And yeah, here we are, fucking old Sty Boy and the Cripple, as we know. If we were on a 90s rock morning like radio show in the US.
I was thinking like 70s private investigators.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought we were going to go down that route.
Well, either or, I suppose, at this point, buddy, would be fine by me.
Can we call it Sty Boy and the Cripple? I mean, is that PC enough for the title?
I think in the 70s we get away with it. We might struggle in the 80s.
What about for the title of the podcast?
Oh, for this podcast?
Yeah.
Well, you'll of course be aware that over 150 public figures signed a document today against cancel culture, buddy, and freedom of speech. So I think it'd be rude not to call it Sty Boy and the Cripple. It seems fine. It seems fine to me. I don't know how you spell that type of sty.
I don't know. I
don't think you want to leave it as that, because that literally says STI boy, which is a very different thing. It might be a Y. Yeah. We'll look it up later. There's plenty of time. But,
STY, yeah, it's STY.
Yeah, that's going to be important when it comes to the people reading it on their feed.
You sure? I mean, I feel like no.
He wants to leave it. It wasn't offensive enough before. That's fair.
We're going for STI Boy and the Cripple.
Absolutely. While we're at this particular juncture, buddy, I'm going to just absolutely at random ask you what you're drinking this evening.
Oh, well, if you remember a month or so ago, I was in Lidl because, probably not. But I found a beer called Steam Brew, and I was sad that they said they were never going to have it back. They clearly lied, as I went this week, and there was like 3 crates of it. So I picked up, not half of it, but near enough a crate. So I've been making my way through that. So I've got some of that again tonight. It's bloody lovely.
Very nice.
Yeah, lovely
Why
stuff.
Not,
what about you, buddy?
Oh, buddy, I'm enjoying the Sierra Nevada California IPA. It's a citrusy and sessionable ale. I keep getting them from Tesco, and they're quite expensive for little cans. I think it's worth it at this moment in time. So, they're not like mega expensive, but they're like, I think they're £6 for 4 cans, and they're like 350ml cans, so they're not a bargain.
It's funny that you say that you're drinking the Sierra Nevada because, pardon me, I have been brewing some beer this past couple of weeks. I don't think. Yeah, I must have done it. I don't know. I can't remember if I spoke about the actual brewing of it, but yeah. Anyway, I brewed it, I fermented it, and I bottled it yesterday. I got just over 20 litres of beer. I've got 2 mini kegs,
Nice.
which are 5 litres each, and I've got like 21 bottles. They're all just, conditioning now. And obviously, I need to make more beer. And I was looking at my brewing application that I use for some ideas. Something that's pretty cheap to make. And yeah, I came across the Sierra Nevada Pale Ale Clone, which it works out about 60p a pint. So yeah, I think I'm going to give that a go. I found like a local homebrew shop. Well, I say local, it's about a 35-minute drive away, but that's local enough for me.
It's local for homebrew.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not like curries.
And it's over by IKEA, so I can be like, oh yeah, we'll go to IKEA and the homebrew shop.
Nice.
I can be like, that can be the thing that we do.
Well, that's a nice beer, that pale. It's a good one. Like that, the missus really likes. It's like the only beer that she'll drink is the pale. And this isn't that far away from that, but it's just got a certain Californian kick to it, buddy. In that it's neither created, brewed, or using any ingredients from the state of California. So,
well, obviously, why
it's
would
very
it?
tasty though. Yeah. It's a winner.
But yeah, so yeah, I've been making beer, I guess. While you've been slowly, I don't know, just lying down and not really doing a lot.
Yeah,
I would say, have you been out? But that you wouldn't have been out.
No, I've just been. It's every work from homer's like nightmare stroke dream, in that I'm now working from bed, but I'm making sure that I'm working on bed rather than in bed, buddy.
Yeah,
nice. Really important crowbar separation.
Big difference there. I like it.
But yeah, it's been kind of shitty, but hey, I've got work and I can do it even with this injury. So
that's a bonus.
Reasons to be cheerful, as an adult, but not really.
Not for fun reasons. Yeah.
No, exactly. But yeah, I have completed 2 games since we last spoke.
Shit.
And I know that you've been playing a game as well, but we're not going to be able to talk about it for very long because of all the spoilers that would cause. But I suppose we'll have a pop at it, shall we, buddy? And then we'll talk about some other shit. Not going to be a long show, buddies.
No, it's not going to be a long show at all. But hey ho, we're doing it, so there you go. Have it.
Right. So
yeah,
should we talk about The Last of Us 2?
Let's talk about The Last of Us 2. So I am. My game save says that I'm just over 16 hours in. This game is going on for too long for my liking. It's far too repetitive and annoying for my liking as well. The combat isn't great. My main go-to is stealth as much as I can, obviously. Creep about like some kind of creeping kid, stab them up, and then something goes wrong, whatever it is.
Yeah, this is what I was saying before.
And then I make a kill room.
Yeah.
And they just come in. I'd kill them with either the silenced pistol, which is fantastic, by the way, great addition, the old silencer, or the bow and arrow. So it's not great. It tries to force other kind of combat scenarios on you, which annoy me even more. I'm talking about the big fuck off guy that storms you and you haven't got a choice but to run around.
Yeah.
Try and shot. Yeah, like
it's a boss fight. I got no beef with that. I don't enjoy it because it's terrifying, but I get why they're doing it, and it's like It gets the adrenaline pumping. It makes you feel very, very scared.
Yeah, it does do that. It does that very well. But the thing that annoys me is the lead up to those situations. So, you're in a post-apocalyptic world kind of thing where there's not loads, but you don't know what is over that wall or behind that door or through that little gap. You don't know what's there. If that was me in that situation, I would take my time, scout it out a little bit, like have a little peek over the wall, see what's on the other side, not just fucking jump over it like an absolute twat. Just saying, FYI. Yeah, I'm just putting that out there, yeah?
It does. I did find it started to grate further through, but because the big problem there is that it's so often you squeeze through something and it's jump scare, you've been stabbed, or you squeeze through this, you come under this, it takes control away from you, and
falls down. Yeah,
no matter how careful you've been in the previous 5 kill rooms, suddenly it's like, right, now you're fucked, kind of thing. And yeah, obviously we can't talk about story stuff on here, and it's worth noting that we've set up a chat room on the Discord for anyone who does want to talk about this game. Cosmic Dad's popped a lorry load in there yesterday that I was having a read through. It was quite interesting to get his take. Someone who's a mega fan of the game, from what I can tell, which is absolutely fair enough. And yeah, it's those situations where control's taken away or where the game forces you to do things that I feel hamper the game the most. And yeah, I'm gonna be posting quite a fair bit of my sort of take for what it's worth in the coming days in there about that. But yeah, I find the lack of choice problematic in this
and this is one thing that I thought whilst I was playing it. I was like, I much prefer playing like RPGs than I say that, but I don't. Like I loved God of War. Like I thought, like the storyline,
Uncharted,
that was fantastic.
Well.
Uncharted, fantastic. But I just feel like in games where like really harsh decisions have to be made, I like to be the one making those decisions. Because I want to play it my way. But obviously, this is a story-driven campaign.
It's curated. It's like a movie, and
exactly.
That's fine. But the point of a video game, in my opinion, is to allow you to play it rather than watch it.
Yeah.
If I want to watch it, if I don't want to be making any of the decisions in this situation, I would rather watch a film. It will probably deliver a better story than this video game. But if you're making a video game, then basically I don't even necessarily have a problem with not having a choice. But what that does do for me is the moment you make me do something that I don't want to, I no longer feel anything about that. I won't feel the natural emotions that you want me to feel there. I won't feel bad for doing something because you've literally forced me to. And that's part of that character's design, and that's fine, and I understand. And if that's how you want to make your game, then that's fine as well. But I don't consider that wonderful. I don't think
there's definite situations where I would have played it out totally different. Like if I had the choice, but you don't have the choice. You just have to go along with spamming that square button, buddy, and that's it.
Yeah.
And
that's the thing. If it's fine, absolutely. And
I even had a point.
Who are,
sorry, go on.
I was just going to say the people who are shouting about this game's story. I think that's utterly ridiculous. I think it's a really interesting story. I think it's an interesting construct for a video game. I've got no problem with it, and I didn't get to the end of it and feel like shortchanged or disappointed or anything.
Yeah.
Any of the decisions that they've made, they're well within their rights to do so. And anyone pissing and moaning about things that the game hid from you in advance, like, firstly, you could have found out anything you wanted to about it. Secondly, you could have waited a single fucking day before you bought it. So I don't give a fuck about any of these people who are pissing and moaning about how the story is terrible and it's awful and this, that, and the other. And that's why, from the very beginning, for me, the problems that I mentioned when we talked about this before, were mechanical video game problems.
Yeah,
that's the issue.
Which is my main gripe with it. Which is yeah, definitely. I was going to say like even there's a cutscene or whatever, and it's prompting you to spam square. I'm just not doing it just to see if it. I waited there for a good couple of minutes just to think, oh, maybe it will just be like, oh, okay, yeah, you don't want to do this, but no, it's just there going like, just waiting for me. I'm just like, oh, okay, cool. You will just stay in that motion for like 2 minutes.
You have to do this. Now feel bad about it. Feel bad. Feel bad, you. Look what you did. Like, no.
Fine.
No.
Okay.
I'm sorry. But no.
Yeah,
interesting, entertaining, and it's a really cool video game, and I like it a lot. But it's got big problems with it, in my opinion. And it's cool, divisive as well. Like, it's cool that some people love it and some people hate it. Like, that's cool.
Yeah, definitely. Well. It's very controversial with its storyline and thinking and what it's doing. I think environments are fucking outstanding. Like, it's a gorgeous game, and the way it can switch from like luscious greenery to like some fucking seedy, horrible underground with fantastic lighting. It smashes it out of the water. We've spoken about the controls and stuff before. It's fine. The main reason that I'm continuing to play this game is I want to know what happens with the story. It's that was the big thing with the first one for me. It really grabbed me from the get-go, and even all the way through to the end. I took a little break, I think, before finally finishing it off. I think I got like 98% through it and then stopped, like I normally do with things, which is, that's more about me. But yeah, I want to see this to the end. It's really cool how it goes like back and forth. I didn't see that coming. I know in the original one, where we can talk about the original one. Surely it's been out for years now. Yeah. When you're playing as Joel, and then bam, big old shit happens, and then the next thing you're playing as Ellie. It's like, oh, fantastic, cool. I get to play as a different character. It's
like the
really
flashbacks
cool,
are very cool, and
the flashbacks.
I mean,
are very,
Uncharted
very
certainly
cool.
did a decent job of switching up characters and stuff as well, didn't it? So
I think that's nice to keep it fresh.
Cool stuff.
But and that's the thing. Like, I don't want to come across as saying like this is like a shit game. It's got issues. Yeah, it has issues. Like, some of them are personal to me, as in like the whole combat thing. Like, it's just not my cup of tea. It's fine though, like, because I really enjoyed like Uncharted. When that kind of brought in the stealth mechanic from The Last of Us, I was like, yeah, they've done a really good thing here. I just find this, I don't know, something's just not quite right with it. There's too many hiccups and things that bug me that shouldn't happen, but for some reason they do.
I mean, a lot of people will say that you're intentionally clumsy, and that builds tension. I think I don't really know if I can.
I feel like if you've lived in that environment for so long, as the character has, they would be a bit more sensible. The other thing,
so. It's tightrope though, isn't it? Like, I think it's entirely reasonable if you're in a room with 5 enemies that they're probably gonna see. You might be able to drop a couple of them, but realistically,
and then they're gonna be like, oh, well, everyone's dead.
Certainly, the body count is also a thing that hampers the story massively for me.
Yeah,
it's difficult to tell this story when you consider that you've probably killed 1,200 people like during the game. that kind of, and then that's a problem.
Yeah, it makes you try and feel bad about 5 people.
One person. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. But shit, I was going to say something I can't remember now. Oh, it's not really an annoyance, but it's just a thing that I'll clear out an area, And it's probably perfect for a second playthrough, I guess, because after I clear out an area, like obviously you get the hey, it's all clear now, and you're like, oh sweet, I can stand up and walk around, which is nice. It's weird that like for some reason everyone knows when everyone's dead in that area, but hey ho, it is what it is. But then you walk around, and obviously you're constantly trying to find shit, which I've had enough of now. I think of like looking in every fucking drawer and every corner and like. But you need ammo, you need things, you need to craft your bits and bobs, so you've got to do it in a way. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think I said before I started getting very, very tired of only ever having 2 bullets and having to look in every drawer. I don't have a problem with not having a great deal of ammo. I just have a problem with how much I have to graft.
How I have to do, yeah, exactly.
Like,
that's it, isn't it?
That's the problem. Like, really, is it's just
it's annoying because every now and again you'll finish an area and then you'll come to a room with every fucking thing in it. Like, why not just put like a little bit, like a smaller room where everything's in it instead of scattering about anyway. But yeah, gripes again. Like, it is what it is. I mean, there's a setting where you can say, that you have more shit, or you can find more shit and things like that. I think they've done a great thing where it's totally customizable to how you want to play it. I think
that's great.
Yeah, maybe I should just fucking do that. But then again, I don't want to be a pussy. But then again, there's me complaining about it right now. So
no, you've played this long through. You should just see it through to the end now. And what I found going through it a second time with plentiful ammo did ruin the experience for me. It did feel like there was a lack of peril. You need
you need that supplies. Shit, I'm out of ammo on this. I need to use this or whatever. Yeah.
You do. I don't know how you fix it, but the idea of going through every single sort of they're like mini levels between portions of the game and having to look everywhere and eventually ended up with like 4 bullets and stuff. Just hunting gets a bit old, I find. But yeah, like certainly changing the sliders and making it so that it's easier. I found that detracted from the experience. The only thing that I would say, if you haven't found it already, you may well have done, but I mean people in general, there is an option to turn on a sense meter sort of thing.
I've fucking got that on, buddy.
Where you can see what direction that they're kind of maybe going to see you from. Because
I haven't got that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you've got that sort of classic thing where you get the exclamation cone where you can see, okay, someone on the left is going to clock me, kind of thing, and it brings up an actual marker. And that is a very video gamey thing, but at the same time, I find that the stealth in this thing is pretty ambiguous, and sometimes I think you should not be able to see me, and then suddenly they're charging me. So it's nice to at least get a heads up of where they're allegedly seeing you
coming from. Yeah, that's true.
No, I was going about 3/4 of the way through.
I use the ping system to find shit because I've just had enough of searching. So it's a case of put your listening mode on, twat circle, and a big old radius comes out of you, and anything that you can pick up pings. And I'm like, sweet, it's over there. Just go pick it up and then jog on. But no, what I was going to say is like, I clear out an area, I stand up, obviously I go around, search everything. But while I'm going around, I'm being like, oh shit, this would have been a really good place to be. Or, this would have been a good route to clear them all out from and stuff like that. So it's like learning the level after you've finished it. So I think that's why it would be good for a second playthrough, just so you could do that. Like there's one part that I did, and I found like a perfect sniper's nest. I was like, this would have been great if I just came up here and just fucking sniped away. Would have been loads of fun. There was loads of sniper levels there as well. Yeah, they are, and it's very well thought out how it all flows as well, I must say.
I think one thing that I didn't do enough. It is a great game. It is a great game. It's just not for me. It's not like a 10 out of 10 thing.
No,
but it's super exciting and fun, and I really enjoyed it. And I am playing through it a second time, which I don't do often with
Yeah.
with single player experiences. So it's obviously got me in some way or another. I just think that it has inherent problems. And something that I didn't do basically at all in my first playthrough was ever just fuck off out of an area. Like I just there really is there's often nothing to stop you from just leaving and not killing everyone. But I rarely did that in the first playthrough. I basically always killed everyone and then moved on. Because it's a video game. Yeah.
They might have tasted the loot.
Yeah. But you might save your ammo by just jogging on. So it's
true.
It's interesting, but yeah, it's a cool game. I'm looking forward to seeing what you think at the end of it. As I said, we have got a discussion going in the Discord where I'll be posting more sort of spoilery thoughts in there, and I'm sure you will when you're done with it as well. So come get involved, buddies. You can find it from our Twitch or from if you head to our website, the JfGpodcast.co.uk, then there's a link to the Discord from there. Come and get involved. Come and have fun.
Do it. Why not?
Bit of fun. So have you been playing anything else, buddy, or is that kind of you're just mainlining that for the time being?
Just trying to get through it. I can only play it for about an hour and a half, 2 hours at a time because it's just too much, mate. I can't go longer than that because I'm just like, don't know. It tires me out the amount I have to. I'm sure it's going to take me about 40 hours to do this because I just creep everywhere because I'm like, are there bad guys here? I don't know. But yeah, it's just taking time and it's very intense. Let's say, well, the way I play it is very intense.
I crabbed everywhere to the point where the missus was getting really annoyed. She's taking her out of the experience that even between areas, like I don't know what's going to happen. So I'm just like crouched all the time, just crabbing up stairwells and all sorts. And even despite that, and also like hunting for everything in every nook and cranny, I still finished the thing in 25, 26 hours. So I think you're probably only 9
that makes me
hours
feel good because I'm there thinking fucking hell, I've done 16 hours. And I feel like I've probably spent an extra 8 hours of that just searching for shit.
I think if you absolutely powered through this thing, then you could get it done a fair bit quicker. Obviously, the cutscenes slow you down massively. And by the way, fuck me, replaying it took me, I think it took me 45 minutes to get to a proper gameplay section.
Oh, really?
Skipping through the cutscenes at the start. It's just non-stop, cutscene after cutscene. Each one of them has to load on my lowly base PS4. Then I skip it, and then it takes ages, and then it loads another cutscene, and then I have to skip that one. I'm not having a pop at the game for it, but it certainly isn't great. And worth noting, off of the main menu, you can go to specific portions of the game. You can choose it chapter by chapter once you finished it, if you do want to sort of try certain bits out.
Oh, that's good.
Afterwards.
Yeah,
but it's still high on the list of things to discuss in video games, at least until we get some more next gen news. And highly recommend it. It's an incredible experience, even if you come out the other end not really having enjoyed yourself very much. It's cool.
Nice.
So I've completed another game, buddy, as well.
What?
I know, right? So on my my little shit heap, the old Xbox One S there, buddy, I having a look on old Game Pass last week, and they added Observation to the list of games available, and I saw the trailer for Observation ages ago and thought that looks quite interesting.
I could play that.
It was quite interesting.
There you go.
Yeah. So this is a video game set in space. You're kind of on a space station, and you play as the AI, basically the ship's computer.
Yeah.
There's been some sort of huge incident. You're supposed to be sort of hovering around, orbiting the Earth. You clearly aren't anymore. And one of the crew wakes up, and she's trying to get hold of everybody else, and you literally play the computer. You're interacting with she's asking you to do stuff.
Okay,
You've got your own sort of operating system, so you can go to your like central mainframe, and you can bring up a map of the station, and you can ping between the different security cameras and laptops in each sort of area of the station. It's quite a big space station, so there's quite a lot of different places to go. There's other mechanics like you can kind of you can jump into like a little floating orb thing and like scud about, so you can like sort of actually move around as a actual character. But a lot of the game, you're sort of completing tasks. You know, go and put a fire out here. Go and find out what's going on here. Can you connect to this computer so you can get this door open for me? Sort of playing as like an AI, like HAL from like 2001 kind of thing.
That sounds cool.
And this whole story unfolds along the way. There's loads of sort of mini games that are kind of convincing. For example, you've got like a little file explorer type thing, and you have to get portions of files and then daisy chain them together to decode them. There's lots of puzzles where you need to find codes and stuff, and then it becomes a bit sort of escape roomy, where you're kind of looking for post-its or clues, stuff like our anniversary and a post-it on the bottom of a laptop, and then you find a picture on the wall, and you know it's got the date on there, and that's the code to get into the laptop. All sort of little puzzles like that.
I like puzzles.
And then the overarching experience is a fairly compelling sort of B-movie-esque space romp where there's some sort of presence or something going on, and you kind of feel like you're almost working against the protagonist and working against the crew. And yeah, most games like this, I find, and certainly it's the same with like lower grade space movies as well. They very rarely have like a satisfying conclusion. They usually sort of fizzle out. But this didn't really. It was just quite interesting. It was quite a satisfying ending. It all kind of made sense. And yeah, it was nice to be in a sort of a walking sim where you actually see other characters as well. You can go outside in your little orb, like space walk out and help someone outside, and then you come back in, and it's just like a murder mystery sort of thing set in space involving possibly aliens or an AI or something or other. It's really cool, man.
It sounds really cool. Good the way you're putting it across.
It's got a tiny bit of jank. It's a Unity game, and it's got those sort of rounded edges, sort of occasional stutters that you get with a Unity game, I find. And yeah, sometimes I had a little bit of trouble with the actual gameplay mechanics. Certainly, operating the orb when you're flying around was not the best experience control-wise, but the script was cool, the acting was cool, it was well paced, not too long. I think nobbled it in about sort of 6 hours, something like that. Really interesting, and by sort of the halfway point, I was properly engrossed. I really wanted to know what was going to happen at the end, and
was it Colonel Mustard?
It was Colonel Mustard in the billiard room with the
candlestick,
with the rope.
The dildo rope.
There you are. So yeah, it's cool.
That's
highly recommended.
I like the rope in The Last of Us Part 2. It's cool.
Oh yes, buddy. Oh,
big fan of those rope.
Mechanics.
Yeah,
holy
tasty,
shit.
aren't they? Yeah, good bit of rope.
Fucking right. Bit of rope. Lovely.
Yeah. Clever.
So yeah, I don't know if this game's on PC Game Pass. I've no idea, but it's
I
on
wouldn't
Xbox.
know. I've cancelled my Game Pass on PC.
Oh shit!
It's just for now. I could go back. Just like I thought this month I'm not going to play it because of The Last of Us. I was like, I'll save myself £4. It's not a lot, but
that does make sense.
It's like a pint for you or 2 for me.
Absolutely right, buddy.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I don't know if it's on PC. I don't think it is, but it is on Xbox if you have one.
Nice.
Game Pass. I recommend it because it's a really interesting game, and isn't it nice to have a game that's a bit different every once in a while?
Yeah, it's always nice to have things.
Yeah. So that's the game side of things, buddy, in terms of what we've been playing.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I don't believe I've played games. No, I haven't.
No, I haven't played anything else. I've mainly been horizontal, so it's kind of difficult to really get engrossed in anything. But anyway, wow. In terms of other shit, not very much to talk about. That Discord, that SNES thing that was posted to Discord.
Yeah, Cosmic Dad. Yeah, the 3D Sen PC, SEN PC. I don't, fucking hell, what the shit?
Looks amazing. This is like a VR mod for SNES games where it seems to, I don't know how it works exactly. It just looks mental. You wrote looks mental in our notes. I couldn't agree more. Seeing like Mario 3 on a 3D plane where you can kind of look around sort of Moss style is fucking incredible, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm watching it now. I don't know how to explain whatever it is. It's just incredible. So like Zelda and everything there. And there's all different perspectives. Like, there's Sidon, like Trine, I guess, is a good example.
Yeah.
Then you've got like isometric stuff, like any kind of isometric, like shooter or whatever.
Yep.
But I don't know. I don't know how it's done, or are the games like converted, or does it do it on the fly? But it must magical.
Involve some legwork because it couldn't just sort of interpolate out on its own. But
no, not at all.
I haven't read about it, and I probably should have done, but I haven't. So
no, I just thought people should know about this thing that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's on our Discord if anyone wants to have a look. It's kind of mental.
The future's going to be weird, man.
It already is, buddy. It already is.
It's true. Oh, I'm just looking at the, was it Excite Bike? It's well good.
Yeah, it looks mad.
Yeah.
If that came out now as an indie, then you wouldn't bat an eyelid. You'd be like, okay, I'm in.
I'll be all over that,
Let's do this.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Fucking right. What else? A couple of other things. Assassin's Creed Valhalla gameplay has been leaking in the last couple of days. Ubisoft desperately trying to stifle it. I think they might have actually given up now as the fourth video.
I probably would.
24 hours hit.
Just get behind it and release your own like professionally edited footage. Just show us some gameplay, you cunts.
It would be remiss of me not to make some sort of petty snipe, buddy. So let me do that right now. Perhaps if they'd actually shown some gameplay in the gameplay reveal that they showed off in May,
that
which
gameplay
they labelled gameplay and featured no gameplay. If there'd been some gameplay in there, then maybe this wouldn't have blown up quite so much as it has done. So
because we'd have already seen the gameplay from the gameplay.
Yeah, and we'd have not only that, but we'd have seen the gameplay carefully curated by Ubisoft rather than shit fucking rips from God knows where. So
yeah,
I think the moral of the story is just don't be such a cunt. And that goes for your staff as well, judging by all the sexual misconduct stuff that's been coming out in the last couple of weeks. But, Ubi, they're a lovely company, aren't they? They're so different and they're so fucking vibrant and diverse. So
they're wacky, zany.
They're so crazy. Everyone's going to come out dressed as pandas and just dance. 20, buddy. So
just dance. I feel like it's like an order. Just dance.
It's a demand at gunpoint rather than
exactly.
Sort of,
It's not like, hey, just dance. It's like, no, just
allegedly.
Just dance. Nothing else. Just dance.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
like fuck those guys. Valhalla looks interesting though, man. I'm getting some Black Flag vibes mixed with like God of War.
Ready.
Like
I'm ready for it.
A bit more hack and slashy than I'm used to seeing from a Creed game, and it's got boss battles and stuff. It looks like they're kind of branching out towards that more. Yeah, God of War-y, witchery sort of combat, a little bit more sort of Japanese-esque kind of combat rather than the sort of more westernized stuff, which could be really interesting actually, because I've always found the gameplay loop and controls of the Assassin's Creed games to be fucking wank, buddy. Especially hold button to run and jump and climb and dart and dive and swim and everything else.
Yeah, just generally be a scamp.
If you could replace me with just something like a weighted object, like a pound coin or something, and then the game plays itself, then that doesn't really feel like a game to me, buddy.
Would it be better if you had to continuously press the button instead of hold it down?
Yes, it would.
Okay.
Yeah, because then you'd be actually doing it. And that's what the point of a game is. If I just wanted to watch someone jump about, I could just fire up a YouTube video or again, perhaps watch a film. I think a friend of the podcast, Funk's going to enjoy this episode as we rip into video games, basically saying stop trying to be films because films are fucking way better at being films than you are. So just make a video game.
That's kind of what. Yeah.
Just make a video game.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's Valhalla. Lastly, for this week, I think, buddy, if I'm not being too bold, is
it's fine.
Just some F1 talk very briefly. Obviously, the new F1 game
F1's back.
Out.
I thought actual F1. I thought we were going to say actual F1.
The actual Grand Prix was wonderful at the weekend, and I can't wait for this weekend's one.
I pissed everywhere.
Just all over the place.
Great.
Enjoy.
I just let it go. I couldn't control it.
Yeah.
It's fucking fantastic. Right. Great race.
It was a cracking race, and what better time for the new Codemasters Formula One video game F1 2020 to come out than
it's like they planned
this particular sort of first week of the season. So you noticed in their features video the battle pass sort of thing that they've got.
There's
podium,
like a season.
VIP podium
pass. Yeah, it's called like season pass, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, podium pass this time, buddy. It's where you pay money and you can level up by earning XP by playing the game, and you get stuff. Much like other games that do that. And so you're a massive fan of the F1 games. You play them a lot. How do you feel about that?
I think it's I think it's embarrassing, and I think if I was Liberty Media, then I'd probably want to try and stop it because it degrades my brand. But if that keeps the lights on at Codemasters, then fine, I suppose. Certainly.
How do you feel about it when you load up the game and you go to My Team and you make your custom livery and you've only got like 6 options? But there's
because everything else is gated behind
in this paid for fucking season pass. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I think it's bullshit. I also think, like, even worse than that, they've done it so that you get the first season free as part of buying the game. So they're trying to weasel.
Oh, is that part of the base game? I thought that was only if you bought like the Schumacher version.
I think it's with both of them. I might be wrong, but either way,
they do the classic thing of there's a free tier and a paid for tier. So whenever you're NXP, you will be getting your free stuff. Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah.
I was on the F1 subreddit earlier, and obviously someone raised this issue. And the worrying thing, I'd say like 80% of the responses were, it's only cosmetics though.
Yeah, well, that's the world we live in, because we live in a world, and
we've been trained to think like that now.
I wanted to give the as I so often do, the fucking games press a fucking kicking, if I may. As they, all of them, like clockwork, released reviews yesterday, I think it was, or perhaps the day before. Worth noting that if you bought the
Schumacher
deluxe edition for an extra tenner, then you get 4
days extra
Michael Schumacher cars, and also you can fire the game up like 3 days in advance. That was their sort of extra thing. So sort of the game came out already, but actually it comes out on Friday for anyone with a vague semblance of common sense. And all the reviews dropped on like Monday for this video game, which isn't even out yet, and none of them. And I've looked long and hard. I've probably read 8, 9, 10 reviews. Looked at the top, a smattering of different reviews on Metacritic. None of them even mention online. They
No,
don't
why
even
would
mention it. Like Control F, search the word online in the review. There's nothing. IGN did a video review and an article review. No mention of online. Not even the fact that it exists, let alone that they haven't tested it. Eurogamer recommended. No mention of online. Absolutely fuck all. And I don't know how we got to this point. And there's no and the comments section below all of these reviews. Great review, really looking forward to this. Oh, it's a shame there's not VR. No one's asking about the online. There's one person on the Eurogamer forums that said presumably the online is going to be shit again. Just downvoted, like massively downvoted. I don't understand. Like when did it change? When did it change? Reviews were supposed to be informative as to sort of whether you buy a product or not. And then, lo and behold, buddy, I fired up YouTube this morning. I was having a look around. I thought, oh, maybe I can actually see some online races because no one will tell me. Yeah, there's not very many people doing it because it's just 100 videos of annoying fucking middle-class cunts going, look at this is my team, my career mode, episode 1.
Yes.
And, yeah, awful.
I love it.
But
I love it.
Every online video I've seen of this video game, it looks exactly the same as the last one online. It looks like
I don't think they've changed the thing. Yeah, netcode.
They've done nothing, and there's no new modes, and there's no nothing. But fucking shame on you, games publications.
Can I choose the amount of laps, or is it 25% or 5 laps?
It's the same as before.
Yeah, okay, cool.
It's the same as before, buddy.
Yeah. Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was.
So yeah, the VIP podium pass thing is pathetic. Unlock liveries for real money. Unlock. You can do dabbing on the podium, buddy. You can unlock the dab.
Yeah, mate. I can't wait to dab.
But at the same time, if you
flip the birdie
any time on the internet, then it suspiciously seems to me, buddy, that is exactly what everybody wants. That's what people want. We've been saying for a really long time that games aren't being made for us anymore, and it's being made for a world that we no longer understand, and that's what's happening. People are excited about the podium pass. People were looking forward to this. People don't care that there's no mention of the entire online component of a simulation video game designed to be played online. People don't care. They don't give a fuck. Unfortunately, for us.
No.
Maybe they're happier for it. I don't know.
They're getting all the YouTuber money from being cunts. I mean, we're massive cunts, so we don't get any YouTube money.
No, exactly. You know, you'd think that if the two things were intrinsically linked, then we'd be fucking rolling in it right now. And I'm ready to roll. I'm lying down. So
exactly.
But apparently it's not for us. But either way, buddies, we will be talking about Formula One when we pick up Formula One, and we will we'll also be talking about the online modes in that video game.
Imagine that.
Kind of predominantly designed for online play. We'll probably mention the online at some point. Look, I know that they need to get
it does look really good
out. It looks great. I'm really looking forward to it.
Really
yeah,
good,
absolutely,
yeah.
I am. But I can't.
Oh, don't. I know.
I don't understand how you can, you're publishing a review before the thing's properly working, before people can test it properly, and that's bad enough. It's bad enough to mislead everyone because you don't have the required information to make a decision on something. It's bad enough to give something a score before you've played half of it. That's bad enough, but it's even worse to not even mention that. To not even say we were unable to test the online portion of this game, or the online isn't really being taxed yet. Acknowledge it. Say something about it. Something. You fucking absolute Philistines. Oh, man. Anyway, Formula One there.
Things will
really
never
good.
Change.
No, they won't. They're going to get worse, and we're going to understand them less, and eventually, hopefully, we can just disappear into that nursing home we've always dreamt of, buddy, and play video games on a giant screen, because we won't be able to see anymore because we've spent the entire sort of first half of our lives staring at fucking LCDs. And maybe we can play like Bomberman or something. I don't know.
To be honest, I've been playing Bomberman with the kids this week. It's a fucking great game.
There you
Great
go.
game, mate.
That's all you need.
There you go.
Yeah.
The Bomberman. My son's like, oh yeah, he was on about he's like, there's some kind of like campaign, and he's like, yeah, if I do the campaign, we get all these like extra things, like, you know, a bomb that follows you round and stuff. I'm just like, no, dude. The beauty about Bomberman is it's so simple. You know, you don't need you don't need your gimmicks. It's just like, put the bomb down, it explodes. That's why it works, you know. But yeah. Anyway, there was one little thing that I remembered while you were going on about how IGN are a bunch of cunts. And yeah, they've been being a bunch of cunts again this week, buddy. I've popped a little link in there. I don't know if you've gone on it or not. But yeah, they've been plagiarizing again. Just totally ripping videos off of YouTube and, you know, monetizing them on Facebook, I believe, is where they did it. So this is, as it comes up here, there's a YouTube creator called Baby Zone doing something with Mortal Kombat. Wow, the ads on this website are very impressive. Sorry, look at those titties. Wow. I mean, this is why I love the internet. Anyway, so they totally stole one of his Mortal Kombat videos. And in his video, he has a watermark with his name on it in the top right-hand corner. IGN just steal it. They crop it a bit. By a bit, I mean, you can totally still see half of his name on there. And then they put their own watermark on it as well. So they bang the IGN logo at the top right-hand corner. And yeah, it's just got like the letters BAB on it. And then later on, there's another one where it's like got the ZONE. They've just totally stolen it and put it up. They don't care. They came back with some sort of tweet. Where is it? Hello at Baby Zone YouTube from the IGN Brazil team. We are deeply sorry for this. We understand our mistake, and we deleted the video. This is not going to happen anymore, and we are committed to mention individual creators when we share videos in the future. I mean, it's not the first time you've done it, so yeah, we're really sorry for stealing your work. He said that he spends like 3 weeks or something making each one of these videos. They just don't give a shit, mate.
No, and it might not sound that important, but actually, it was a channel of IGN size. They probably had hundreds of thousands of views of those videos very, very quickly, and probably made a fair whack of cash off of them as well.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
Yeah, they've been caught with their pants down before. They, at least when they have been caught, they've taken swift action. IGN, that's the only thing I can say. And I don't know how IGN Brazil is run. I don't know how it all works with them, but it's a bit more Wild West there, I think, from what I can make out. But yeah, just ridiculous and not really good enough, to be honest.
No,
but at least they took it down, buddy. You know.
Yeah, definitely.
He'll get a lot of press off of it, I suppose. He might end up with some more followers and stuff.
More than likely,
Baby Zone.
Yeah.
Misleadingly titled channel of his. But yeah,
it's very weird.
Pretty shitty. Fuck you, IGN. Fucking
yeah.
The dude and the dude who reviewed the game, buddy. He's reviewed all of their racing games for like 10 years, and I quite like him. I like his tone. I like the way his videos flow. But you can't not mention the fucking online.
No. I know.
Imagine reviewing COD and being like, yeah, like 10 out of 10. Like, it's a great story. I really enjoyed the twist at the end. Like, it was lots of collectibles. It was really interesting.
I enjoyed the shooting.
We're giving this one 9 out of 10. And what's like, what about the online maps? What's going on there? And they're like, 9 out of 10. It's
9.
Yeah.
That's annoying, that
Fuck
is.
you.
Yeah, cunts.
I'm looking forward to playing this F1 game, buddy.
Yeah, me too, buddy. I'm very excited. Still no wheel stand. Argos are still not accepting my vouchers, which is a shame.
Bastards.
One day they will, hopefully, before
It'll
they
happen.
fucking go out of date. But yeah, I will get a wheel stand. And it will be awesome. Right.
I've been looking at their chairs, buddy. The racing chairs, the racing seats. Yeah. The play seat.
Oh, is that the fold away one, or is it? Well, like
sounds. Okay. It's you'd probably give that sort of name to a sex chair of some sort, but it's the play seat. They're so expensive for like essentially a deck chair, and also
a deck chair. Yeah, it looks like a camping chair.
It's really good, and I've seen lots of reviews and people really like it. But yeah, it's like £200 at the moment because of the pandemic. I guess it's been as low as 120.
Everything goes up, isn't it? Yeah, it's motherfuckers.
I just need a chair. I need to get more comfy and closer to my telly and lower. I need to tick those 3 boxes. But yeah, we'll see, buddy. It's just not a good time to be buying sim racing paraphernalia.
Don't buy anything that is inside. Yeah.
No, exactly. Well, there you are. That's our show, buddies.
We did it.
What did you make of that? You obviously can't answer, which is fucking convenient considering. So thanks very much. But we're gonna fuck off now. We should probably buy that there F1, buddy, and get it preloaded, ready for
probably buy that F1 game now and then get it installed. Yeah, like you said. Yeah.
What's more exciting than the race against time between my back and Friday night game night as to whether I can use the steering wheel for the new Formula 1 game on Friday?
I mean, it's the home stretch, buddy. Are you gonna make it or not? That's the question.
I don't know. I can only think that if I do make it, then we'll fire it up and like the servers won't work or something.
More than likely.
But I've no way of knowing, buddy. I've no way of knowing. No. So we'll see. Thanks very much for listening, everyone. It's been a pleasure. We'll be back next time, unless something horrifying happens.
Maybe.
And until then, I've been Alex. He has been Ash.
Goodbye.